The other day, we were discussing how to write Homeopath character sketch. Today is the last episode of the character sketch. See students, what I'm really trying to do is just I'm helping you to learn how a character sketch is written properly. Once it's done with Homeopath character sketch, we won't be able to do all character sketch when other chapters are taken. What you have to do, you have to point out how a character sketch is written. What is the model? Hope you will do it. And if you are not getting what exactly it is, if you are having doubt in between the class, what do you have to do? Interaction time, you have to ask it. So, can anyone remind me the 5 character traits that we wrote on the blackboard? Whiteboard, yes. Whiteboard last time. 5 character traits of homeopath. First I can tell you. I can write it again. First one, I don't remember the right order. Anyhow, the first one was about the first character trait of doctor was friendly. Second one, good at communication. Third one, poor. I don't know if it's in the right order. Fourth one, bachelor. Fifth one, kind. These 5 character traits, we have seen how the sentences are formed based on the character traits that we have already found, already understood. Okay, that we have done the model as well. So again I am taking you to the chapter incidents. Again I am taking you to the interesting story, and with which you have to find more traits, character traits, and you should keep it in your mind. You have to make a picturization. You have to make a picture of the character, means in your mind, and write giving suitable events. We have learned it, how it is done. Okay, move on to the story. Last point that we discussed was kind. Homeo doctor opened the door and he didn't feel, just pulled his bed. He made his bed, pulled his bed close to the window. Two windows. There were 2 windows. There are 2 windows facing the outer, facing the veranda. He kept both windows open. That means it's a summer night. There's no mention, no electricity, no fan. So it must be very hot. It's too hot. It was too hot inside. Late night, after 10 o'clock, it was 10 o'clock when he returned from the restaurant. He has no means to get the food prepared at home because he's not married. He's staying alone. A loneliness, you can write if you want. He is a lonely person actually. He has friends, but at home he is alone because he is a bachelor. He has no wife, no kids. But he is very young, enough time to get married. But the problem is he is very poor man, very poor. Doctor poor. Why? He is a new doctor, just started his medical practice. His income is very meager, very less. So he at night that night he didn't get sleep at all. What does he do? He pulls the bed. First he made the bed, then he pulls the bed close to the window for getting some air, fresh air. No chance. No window god seemed to bless him that day. Blessed him that day. So what he did? He went outside for getting some fresh air. No way to get fresh air even outside. He didn't feel sleep. Again returned to room, and he took a book. Homeo doctor took a book and took a seat just at the table. He took a seat and just opened the book. Here you can say that Homeo doctor in his leisure time, when he gets bored, when he has nothing to do, what he prefers? Does he go to the take mobile and surf on net? That time no mobile. When Bashir Sultan Bepur Sultan wrote this story, that time there was no mobile. Okay, probably that time majority of the people resorted to reading. Okay, their hobby was reading books, not like you do, the surfing mobile and something. Our humanist means the lover who is very kind to human being. Muhammad Bashir, humanist, freedom fighter, okay, novel, short story writer, who is well known as Bepur Sultan, has clearly portrayed a wonderful, a funny character, a raw man here, a man having lot of emotions, lot of feelings, very friendly, very funny like person. Okay, what does he do? He takes a book. You have noticed what book did he take? Materia. What is it? The book is related to medical practice, homeo medical practice. Okay, it's not the book, the common book, comic book, other books what he reads. He reads the book that related to his profession. So you can get two characters straight. One, he reads book. Another thing, the books that he reads is related to his profession. So what we call a person who is very close, very sincere to his profession, very dedicated to his profession. Okay, if we do want a work, we would like to grow in it. That's why we are doing some improvement. The means to improve. A person who is very eager, very interested to grow in his profession, and who shows a lot of dedication to his profession is called professional. What is it? Professional, highly professional. Another trait, professional. Professional, highly professional. Okay, then next character traits, habit of reading. Habit of reading. I don't think you should call him a bookworm. He's not a bookworm at all, but he has the habit of reading. Another thing, why habit of reading? In his leisure time, he reads book and he doesn't do any other thing. Next, he is a professional because the book that he reads is about related to his profession. How would you make it in sentence? He is highly professional. Okay, what are the evidence? He has lot of dream to improve in his profession. Okay, but most of his dream are what we call daydreaming, fantasies. You know, other than he would like to marry a lady doctor having good practice, not like him. A rich lady doctor having plenty of practice, plenty of patience. He says that he would like to marry, no, he would like to get married to a rich lady doctor. Okay, you know, he is not confident. He is not much confident of his profession. He is proud of his profession, but he is not much confident. Different character traits are coming. Not confident, but proud. He is a daydreamer. He lives in fantasies. He wants to marry a lady doctor who is very rich, who is having lot of practices, patience, so that he would like to have all the money. This is the difference. So you can term him, he is not confident, but he is proud. He always says that he is a homeo doctor. He is very young. He can easily get a rich lady doctor. He is in fantasy. But what is his present condition? He is very poor. He has just started his practice. His patients are very less. Okay, so here he is professional because he likes to improve his knowledge in his profession, with which he can get a lot of. Here the book that he reads is Materia Medica. It's about homeo practice. Then he has the habit of reading. When he has nothing to do, when he doesn't get to sleep, he reads book. Okay, move on. Then what happened? Again he hears a sound, but he doesn't mind. He still thinks that the sound is made of rats. There is an important point, sentence in the story. What is it? One can say, I and a rat share the room. See his mentality, his attitude. I and a rat share a room. Here, the writer's view, how humans should live harmoniously with the creatures, all living beings, is well portrayed here. The attitude of the writer become the attitude of the character. The character say, I and rat share. He is not bothered. He is a little disturbed, but he never harm rats. He doesn't even pay attention, heed attention to the sound that he hears. That finally results in a danger, an encounter with a snake. So you can call the character a little careless. Can we call him careless person? If he was a cautious man, very careful, very cautious about the things, he would heed attention to the what we call the sounds that he hears. But here, what happened? He doesn't mind the sound at all. He keeps believing that sound is of the sound heard was about rats. Clear? So I think we can call him a careless person. Careless. Evidence? A lot. When he hears the sound first, he doesn't mind mistaking it for rats. When he hears the sound second time, he doesn't mind mistaking it for rats. When he hears, you can write these simple sentences like these simple sentences, especially Malayalam medium students, you can write simple sentence, note down the simple sentences and study thoroughly and write it. You have to read a lot. Okay. Others can have the ability to. So some people are very good at making their own sentences. Such people I recommend read. Those who are unable to, they should also learn how to create, how to make their own sentences from the things that they have understood. Read the story many times, understand the story. Okay, second time when he hears the sound, he doesn't mind at all. Third time, he doesn't mind at all. Okay, then what also he can be called careless person. Altogether we have got how many character traits? Almost 8 character traits. Other traits you can find from the story. You read, keep reading the story and find other character traits and write in your own words. Have to make it convert into sentences. You never attempt to write only the character traits, but you have to write in sentence. Examples can be given. Homeo doctor is very funny man. He feebly smiles at the snake. Feebly smiles, weakly smiles at the face. He becomes helpless. He becomes helpless when the snake just coiled around his left arm, upper arm. He looks at the snake and smile feebly. Helpless smile. He's a funny man. He's very, he's a coward, frightful. Okay, he just becomes just like a stone image when the snake coil. He is careless. If he has cared, if he has looked what the sound was, if he had paid attention to the sound, if he had searched the reason of the sound, he would. Careless man. One more thing is that he is careless. He hasn't kept any medicine in the room. Despite being a doctor, he hasn't kept any medicine at home in the room. At that time that he thinks that he is going to die. Because if the snake strikes, there is no medicine. He never tries to harm the snake because he cannot, because the snake coils. Another funny thing. When the snake looks at the mirror, he thinks that the snake is also admiring his beauty like him. He's very funny man. He thinks that the snake is also looking its beauty, just like he does. What he does before the encounter, he just combs his hair. He takes a lot of decisions. He thinks that he is a handsome man. He thinks that if he keeps the smile that he has got just now, he smiles, looking at the mirror, he smiles, then he feels that he is very good looking, and then he takes a decision that he will keep that smile forever. It's a funny, silly man. Can one person keep a smile that we get accidentally get the smile that we get accidentally? Can it be kept for long? No. Our situation change. But what is his decision? He decides to keep that attractive smile all time. He decides to marry a homeo doctor who is very fat, rich, having lot of patients, medical practice. Also, she should be very rich. He is very funny man because he decides to marry a fatty lady for a valid reason, an exact reason. What is that? He knows that he is very silly, he is very funny, he is likely to make some mistake. If he makes some mistake, the wife is likely to complain. Sometimes she may run after him, to catch him, to beat him. That means he is not confident. He likes to be controlled by his wife. Such a particular character. Go through the story very well and don't forget the points that I told, how it is to be started. As I told, the humanist, your point was like that. Humorous story Snake and Mirror was written by the humanist, freedom fighter, novelist, short story writer, who is well known as Bepur Sultan. Second point, the protagonist of the story is a homeo doctor. Then we start. He is very friendly and right. You can have a lot of character traits from the story itself, and you should definitely write and prepare a full page character sketch. Okay, and send it to your WhatsApp group. Okay, I will check it. And if you have any doubt, if you still feel that you are unable to write character sketch in the live interaction session, we can discuss it further. Okay, feel free to ask me your doubts, okay, in the interaction section. That's all for now.